Well, welcome to the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. I'm Melvin Hines, Director of Athletics for this historic institution and this great athletic department. Thank you for joining us for this celebration of the expansion of our baseball facilities. The University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff has a history of excellence, and our athletic department wants to follow in those same footsteps. This is our town and our team. Our legacy includes excelling in competition, academic achievement, and personal development. More than 300 student athletes represent our university in these ideals in more than a dozen sports. Today, we're gathered to cut a ribbon on the new Symons Bank Pavilion and announce the naming of Bill Jones Field. So if you give that a round of applause, that'd be great. These facility upgrades are just another step in building a championship program for Golden Lion baseball. But we would like to thank the individuals and organizations whose contributions have made the completion of the Torrey Hunter baseball and softball complex a reality. While Mr. Hunter, the name who this facility bears, could not be here today, but he loves to send his greetings to everyone here, and representing him, I believe, is his mother, Miss Shirley. Miss Shirley, would you stand, please? And Miss Shirley, we'd like to thank you too for being a great representative of this great town and this great university. But at this time, I'm honored to introduce my boss, the Chancellor for the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff, Dr. Lawrence B. Alexander.
Thank you, A.D. Hines. Good afternoon, everyone. It's my pleasure to welcome each of you to the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. It is indeed a great day, as this ribbon cutting represents a culmination of 7 years of dreaming, planning, and hard work. I didn't say hard work, heart work. It is with excitement that I greet each of you. Welcome to UAPB. Thank you to the University of Arkansas System President, Dr. Donald Bobbitt, Trustee Stephen Broughton, our distinguished panel, our visitors, our students, our student athletes, our baseball team, the parents, alumni, and media. The timing of this opening is especially poignant, as this month we will celebrate the founding of the historically Black university, recalling the tenacity, perseverance, ingenuity, and accomplishments that laid the groundwork and shaped the heritage of UAPB. We stand on the shoulders of great men and women. Today I share this platform with individuals without whom none of this would be possible. I want to personally thank you, gentlemen, for making the Torrey Hunter baseball and softball complex, the Symons Pavilion, and the Bill Jones Field possible. Because of you, generations of UAPB Golden Lions will excel in athletics and academia. Because of you, generations of youth will learn the value and principles of sportsmanship, teamwork, and hard work. Because of you, members of the community now have a place in which to gather and encourage young people to become vital members of society as they play baseball and softball. But ultimately, they're exposed to the university and the possibilities that higher education makes possible. So again, ladies and gentlemen, join me in thanking our distinguished panel for their presence and their contributions. And now at this time, it is my great pleasure to bring to the podium my boss, the president of the University of Arkansas System, Dr. Donald R. Bobbitt.
Thank you, Chancellor Alexander. Pleased to be here. My boss is here too, Dr. Stephen Broden. And, he informed me that I was the one who was going to deliver greetings from the system, and so I understand how the org chart works at the U of A system very well. But again, I'm thrilled to be with you today. I was here when we broke ground for this wonderful facility. I don't know if most people know this, I ran track in college and then coached baseball. In fact, I had one of my sons who paid for most of his college education because he's a lot taller and can throw the ball a lot faster than I can. So I look at this field here, and I've been on many, many baseball fields, and it is absolutely beautiful. So congratulations to the community, congratulations to the university. The University of Arkansas, when I came, consisted of a series of institutions that did not necessarily work well together. I was given the mandate by the trustees that was going to end. And I think you're seeing the fruits of that 7 years later because of these men and women and their insistence that the U of A act as a system and not as a series of disjointed parts. And the fact that the University of Arkansas at Fayetteville, the University of Arkansas at Little Rock, University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff are playing each other in baseball and soon other sports, I think is a clear indication. I want to leave you with a thought because in higher education nowadays, funding is tough to come by. And when you see wonderful facilities such as this coming up across the system, across the state, you understand it doesn't happen because of isolation, but because of partnerships. And there's an African saying that I'm very fond of, and it says, if you want to go fast, go alone, but if you want to go far, go together. And so when I see the community here working with the university, I can think of how far we've come and how far we're going to go by working together. And so I thank you, everyone who's contributed to this marvelous facility. Thank you.
I'd like to thank President Bobbitt and Chancellor Alexander for those words. In keeping with the baseball theme, now at the plate, or in this case, the mic, is Chairman and CEO of Symons First National Bank Corporation, Mr. George Macris, Chairman and CEO of the bank. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Hines, and it is a great pleasure to be here today. It wasn't too long ago that we stood in line right over there and broke ground for this facility, and I'm most proud of what this means to the young men standing in the back here. They're the ones that come out every day to represent this university all across the country, and we're really proud of what you've done, and we're glad to be able to provide you with a better facility today than you had last year. So good luck, guys. We're behind you all the way. It is really an honor for Symons Bank to continue its long-standing partnership with the great institution, University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. We thank Bill Jones and Torrey Hunter for their vision. We wish Coach James all the best. We appreciate your dedication to your hometown. And once again, it's a great honor for Symons Bank to be a part of this great institution.
Thank you, Mr. Macris. He just moved Chancellor Alexander from first base to second base. Now we got runners on first and second. Now coming up batting third, we'd like to welcome the CEO of Sissy's Log Cabin and the man for whom the field is named, Mr. Bill Jones.
Well, my boss is here today too. So I'm very humbled and honored to be here. It's been a long ordeal, 7 years. I can't believe all the things that have happened. Delta Craft that gave us the land when we never thought we could get the land. Going to see Torrey and him giving us the $500,000 to really get it started. And then this wonderful community that stood behind us for all this length of time. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I went to see Tommy May back in the vac and 7 years ago, and I said, Tommy, what do you think? You think we can get this done? He goes, well, Bill, if you'll just get it started, it'll finish itself. So I told Tommy a little while ago, I didn't know it was going to take 7 years. But we're thrilled about it, and we did it for you guys in the back, not only for your baseball. I coached baseball my whole life, and it's about leadership. It's about teamwork. It's about all that it teaches you. The times that you'll have right now at this field will be some of the greatest times of your life. They are times that you'll look back on all the time. There'll be things that you'll do in your life that you'll look back and you'll know you can do them because of what you accomplished right here. We did it for the city of Pine Bluff because we need something positive. We need to move forward. We did it for Jim Hill and all the wonderful things that he's done here. To have another field that he can, have regionals and World Series and all the different things. We did it for really everybody here, and hopefully you'll come out and you'll have some great games. Just because I've thanked you doesn't mean the fundraising is over. We've got a lot more to do. We've got bleachers. We've got other things. We've got a big game coming up with the Razorbacks next year here. So you might think it looks beautiful now, but wait and see it in a year because we're going to have lots of wonderful things happening. So thank you all for all that you've done, and have a great day.
Well, thank you, Mr. Jones. I believe the bases are loaded now. The bases are loaded. You know, we need someone to come up that can either lay down a single, lay down a bunt, maybe a double, or a triple.
Take a slap butt.
But what we really like to have is a grand slam. We like to clear these bases because today is a great celebration. And while everyone here is proud and excited and thrilled about the upgrades here, perhaps no one has actually put in more hours at this facility than head baseball coach Carlos James.
Thanks for the introduction. That's my boss. And my other boss is out there, my wife. And my mom, she's a boss too. So got everybody out here. But I just like to thank everybody for coming together and being a part of this project. It's like Bill said, it's been a long time coming. As a coach, I've seen it from when, they first broke ground to, we didn't have seats for 3 years, and then we got seats, and then we got other things added to it, and then to finally get this pavilion. A lot of those guys are here actually because we promised them that pavilion, and it took a while, just like the Chancellor said, but we're finally here and we made it. And being a native from Pine Bluff and being able to partner with other great guys from Pine Bluff, with Mr. Macris, Bill Jones, my friend Tori Hunter, which is not here, that speaks volumes. It's truly a family project. It's a family atmosphere, and I just hope that we can continue as a program to represent our city and our town in a positive way. And then, just like Bill said, with baseball being a town nationally, we hosted a lot of Southwest regional tournaments. Maybe we can have a partnership with Jim Hill and have some World Series games over here. It's just another way that we can showcase our town and our university to the state and to all the people all around the country. So again, thank you guys for being out here. I don't know what else to say, but I'm proud, and I hope we can go ahead and cut this ribbon so we can get inside this building so we can get some more guys. Yeah, I'll let the Chancellor address that part. Oh, okay. But thank you guys.
Thanks, Coach James. So I believe that was a home run. What do you guys think? I think that was a home run. At this time, we like to have all our speakers to come up, along with a few people so we can get this main event started. We'd like to invite Mrs. Jones and Symons executives, Marty Castile and Daniel Robbins, to also join us as well up front. But before we go any further, I would like to ask those people come up. Again, on behalf of Dr. Alexander and myself, I want to thank you for joining us for this momentous occasion. Now tomorrow, the Golden Lions will play its first official game on Bill Jones Field. We had a little bad weather, so we had to postpone the game, but we look forward to seeing everybody back tomorrow so we can see that ceremonial pitch as we get ready to kick off the opening of the Bill Jones Field. So we'd like to thank Mr. Jones for his tireless work and generous contributions to the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. Your efforts, Mr. Jones, were key to making this complex possible. Again, we'd like to thank you. And one last note before we get ready to cut this ribbon, and I'd like to have Miss Hunter come up as well. Miss Shirley, come on up. One last thing before we move forward. We're in the process of launching our next phase of our capital program. You heard the great things that we want to do to enhance this facility. But at the end of the day, this is the Torrey Hunter baseball and softball complex. So we want to make this the pride and joy as people ride down the street and they see this complex. They see beautiful facilities all the way around. So we want to make sure that Torrey's name is represented well, the UAPB name is represented well, the Symons Bank name is represented well, and Mr. Jones, that your name is represented well. So we have a lot more to do. So we thank you for what you've done so far, but we want this to be, like Coach James said, a place where people want to come to play a baseball game, to play a softball game, that everybody wants to come to our town to see our team. So we're going to get ready to cut this ribbon. Yeah, come on, Chancellor. If you want. Now, I grew up. I'm a good old country Baptist, so I'm gonna get out the way.
I don't want to belabor it too long, but I do want to. And you can come back, AD, after I say just 2 words, just to put an extra stamp on what the athletics director was just saying. We do need help and support for softball. We have to have, under NCAA regulation and the Office of Civil Rights regulations, equity in athletics. So when we build for the men, we have to build for the women. The women student athletes also represent our university with excellence. We must build so that they may have the kind of facilities that they too can be proud of and that we can be proud of when they're on the field. So I just wanted to plant the seed. Let somebody else come along and water it. But I wanted to plant the seed for what the specific needs are, particularly in the area of softball, because on this day we celebrate this great facility for baseball, and we will continue that celebration, but we want to bear in mind our needs for the women's sports as well. Thank you. Come on, AD.
If I can get all my platform guests and everybody, so we can come up and get the ceremonial cut for this brand new facility. Got everybody?
You ready? 1, 2, cut.
Once again, we'd like to thank everybody for coming out. The facility will be open. We have some golden ambassadors there at the top of the hill. They're going to take you on a tour of the facility. And once again, thank you for coming. We need your help. We also have refreshments for your enjoyment, hot dogs and drinks up under the tent, coming off the grill. Sponsored by Symons Bank, so we're excited about that. So I would like to welcome everybody to the brand new Torrey Hunter Complex, Symons Bank Pavilion.